Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 5, Xmen 97. We got Motendo / Lifeblood Part 1. I believe the first episode, that was a two-parter. The first half, I mean, they're all great, like I always say. So far, I haven't seen a bad episode yet, but I think the last one might have been my favorite. We got Mojo in the first half, in a Nintendo that looked like a Sega Genesis. We went into the original 4-player Xmen arcade cabinet and saw at least 3 different levels. We saw Savage Lands, we saw the end boss level with Magneto, where we actually fought him with Roberto, meaning Jubilee and Roberto, and digital old lady Jubilee. But we defeated Mojo at the end. Mojo wasn't actually defeated, though. He was defeated in-game and then ran away with the help of Spiral. I was happy to see we got Spiral in that too. There's lots of random characters thrown throughout the episodes, but pretty much we went back to the academy, meaning Jubilee and Roberto, and they were kissing, and that's how we ended it. Sparks were flying, and then we went into Lifeblood. Lifeblood was much quicker. I believe it was under 10 minutes. We saw what is going on with Storm and Forge. Forge came clean and said, I invented the technology that took your powers away, but I didn't do it intentionally. I'm just an inventor guy. And look, I have a robot hand. Oh, and by the way, I'm in love with you. So let's go ride horses. We saw an owl over the cliff. This gigantic owl came at the end called the Adversary. I don't remember that character. That is probably the only character so far in this show that I don't have an inkling of an idea who they are. It was this giant, horrific owl-looking thing. It bit Forge, looked like it poisoned him, and then took Storm. And it was like, I am the adversary, rah, 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 rah. There is a Lifeblood 2 I did see next, and I said at the end of that episode, I wouldn't be surprised if we jump around, because we went from Jubilee and Mojo to Lifeblood with Storm, and before that it was about Madeline Pryor. So they just had the recap, and I was thinking this, and I said this, I wouldn't be surprised if they go into the future with Bishop and Cable, and they gave a recap all about that. So I have to assume this episode, I didn't even see what the episode's called. I just know it's not Lifeblood 2, and I saw that it's Cable and Bishop. We gotta fix Nathan, aka Cable, because he got the virus. So let's just jump in. We'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full as soon as I watch them, as far ahead as possible. Same thing with Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. Those are seasons ahead. Thousands of other movies and shows. We're finishing up Shogun, Delicious in Dungeon, starting Chucky Season 3 Part 2 today. And I think Fallout starts at midnight or tomorrow at some point. We're going to try to jump into that too. Jackie Chan movies every month, like I said, in the description, link for Patreon. Full unedited everything, if not. Episode 5, Xmen 97. Theme song coming. Boom, 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 boom. Trish
or
Tilby.
Nature herself.
I don't recall that name.
That some say they're freaks. Some call them monsters.
We prefer to see it as a world that
remember
misunderstands
it.
Well, I am just as flattered to be sitting with a renowned scientist such as yourself, Dr. McCoy.
We did talk about
Founded by the
Magneto
late
getting the money,
Professor
so
Charles Xavier. For many of the X-Men, Xavier's school is the only home, but that sense of belonging
the
goes
making it sound very
worldwide
bleak
today,
and sad.
as the UN formally admits.
Kia.
That's what Andy Samberg says in Popstar. Kia. Laser Vision Arcade. I love it. The skeleton guy, you can see through the skeleton guy. It's a little horrifying. Listen to the music.
Madeline Pryor.
I was gonna say, is that Madeline? All right.
The interim council wanted an X-Men. Dang, I'll be a wet bird on a live wire.
I love it. Nightcrawler.
Community's faith.
Things to see.
Dude, chill out. Too much energy, but I like it.
Come.
And Magneto is the one that said he wanted aid to Genosha. Multiple Man. I was just gonna say it's Multiple Man. Is that Dazzler?
Your poker face is very poor.
Hey, mind your beeswax. Scoundrels like me, we don't get no white picket reward.
And we already
We too
saw
busy for love.
her and Magneto
Too
have
busy
some
sick.
past.
Those shades are weirding out the lights. Can you take them off?
Take off your glasses. Show them what happens.
hat.
Wolverine has not really had
Me recalls a time.
an episode yet. He's been in all of them.
Every fiber of me hungered to live
I feel
and
like
travel
Scott
across
is being
this
way too honest with Trish.
Nothing happened.
Best to look up and keep paddling. Keep moving. Because the past'll yank you under if you don't. The only ever seen one of you, Red. Just the one.
Oh. What?
I'm
You're Jean Grey. He's Scott Summers. Those are the rules.
Wolverine could have
Wow,
easily
latest
took advantage of
adventure.
that. Good for
Parenthood.
Wolverine. I hate reporters.
We fight, risk our lives.
You
for
could tell she's like
evil
manipulating.
mutant robots because it's the only reason you people are still alive.
Scott is way too aggressive on camera.
Whose charitable idea was it to let a human be on the council?
You eclectic allotment of social climbers wish for me to rule Genosha.
I like the
You
statues.
shall have me on one condition.
You think making me your queen means we're getting back together?
Gambit is going to be very... And Gambit was just already mad about Magneto.
Make
Multiple
everyone
times.
like ya?
I won't deny my passion for you. As with Gambit, loving you makes broken men whole.
He is totally taking advantage of the situation. There are other mutants capable. We can find someone
Sometimes you
that
just
does
have to
something
let
else
go.
that's close to that or different and better. A lot of love going on in this one. Mutant love.
Don't tell me! You can explain!
Something wrong, Miss Prime?
What?
Just stop it. Let me explain, please.
explain what?
A month.
It's like you're
maybe.
cheating
I
on me
was
in your
checking
mind
in
with
after she
Madeline.
moved overseas, but we ended up.
He's psychically connecting with Madeline and having makeout sessions.
Whole galaxies beckoned me, but I turned my back. For
I
you.
get it, I guess.
Choose, Jean.
Do not spin this on me.
Yeah,
Do
what
you
the
love me,
frick are you
Jean?
talking about?
Or am I just a lovely memory?
The dude, I'm not blaming him. He didn't know it was a clone, but now he had a baby. She made a choice.
It was back after I ran away. He showed me that being a mutant wasn't just about my power.
Is that really painting? I feel like that's
His
cheating.
electromagnetic powers protected him from my touch. There wasn't enough room in our affair for his demons and mine.
Gambit is
I wouldn't
tossing
want
cards
me
into the
to lose
fire.
Another family. He acted like it never happened.
There are thousands of mutants that could do similar
The
things.
dang truth.
I can't touch you, Remy. You light up everything you touch, but never me.
Something's a bit deeper than skin, Cher.
I agree with Gambit in this case. She's like, I mean, I get it. I get both sides of it. Using her for the situation. That was the Watcher. I'm pretty sure that's Sebastian Stan.
Magneto accepted only on the condition that we ask one of the X-Men to govern with him.
Well, here she comes. Rogue has never looked more elegant. I will say that. She just drops this bomb on Gambit and then comes flying down the stairs. This sounds like Ace of Base, which was 90s, big 90s band. I don't know this song. It might be an original. Such bullshit. Very upset with Rogue's choice.
What is it?
Rats. And we showed old Jean Grey.
Remy was right. Some things are deeper than skin.
So you had to dance and make out with him to figure that out? Awesome. That's some pretty shitty stuff. And here comes Cable. They're bombing Genosha?
Kill the music!
Cable,
You have to get everyone out!
What?
No, not again.
you made it. You survived.
Take her with you. Oh, I guess you can.
So sorry, Mom.
Who? He said he's coming. Is it like Apocalypse or something? Who's coming? Sentinel? What is that? A crazy powerful Sentinel?
Get to the gardens!
Nightcrawler. I think a lot of people are gonna die, and then we're gonna have to change the future.
Some vile Godzilla sentinel. You go at it.
Godzilla
you end up
Sentinel.
dead.
Look at that thing. Oh my god, it's like a giant... It is just evaporating people.
I draw its fire away from the gardens.
This thing is dropping Sentinels by the hundreds. How big is that thing, man? That's way bigger than Godzilla. Rogue is just like going toe to toe with it. Why do I feel like Rogue is gonna die? Oh, he got shot into the Xavier statue. The Xavier statue just crushed tons of people. Who made this thing? Who is responsible? He threw a train at its face. He's using a train to whip the shit out of its head. Oh.
Bonsoir, mes amis.
Oh, the train.
Omega level threat detected.
Too dangerous, dear.
Oh, Magneto did that.
You hear me?
Oh god, he's making like a metal force, like a dome around him. Sorry, Leech.
Hab keine Angst.
Oh my god. He had to shoot his motorcycle at her to get her out of the way. This thing is killing everybody. Is that Sinbad? Oh. Oh my god, he's sticking.
The name's Gambit, mon ami.
No friggin' way.
Remember it.
What the hell, man? That's insane.
How many?
To reiterate for those just returning to us, regardless of your stance on recent world events.
Oh my.
It has to be hundreds, if not thousands. I mean, we saw Leech, Magneto, Gambit. I can't even believe Gambit is still in, like, able to be found.
I can't feel you.
It's gonna end there, isn't it? Right there. All right, everybody, that is it for episode 5. Holy shit. I did not expect that. I kind of was thinking this was going to be a light episode, a middle ground type of episode, because I think there's 11 episodes from what I heard. There could be more than that, could be less, but from what I heard, 11. So this is almost like a midway point. I'm thinking we're going to possibly go into the future and see Bishop and Cable and what has been going on. We only get a taste of Cable, and it's Cable running in telling Jean Grey, you gotta get everybody out of here. Oh no, I'm too late. And then he bamfs out, and a gigantic Godzilla-sized scorpion buggy-looking sentinel lands on Genosha. It was like there were hundreds of sentinels that looked like the size of ants coming off of it. This thing was epically large, way bigger than I feel like Godzilla. Godzilla is, 100 feet tall? This thing had to be hundreds of feet, thousands of feet tall. If a sentinel is as tall as like a large building, like you saw next to Rogue, it's like 20 times the size of Rogue. One sentinel. The sentinels looked like fleas on this thing. So this thing, a 3-headed, gigantic, crazy sentinel. I don't recall that or remember that, like something of that magnitude. And no one could stand up against it except apparently Gambit. Magneto tried to defend the people. He tried his best. He gave his life for it because it looked like he was dead. I'm assuming he's dead. I'm assuming hundreds, if not thousands, are dead. We definitely saw Sebastian Stan and the Queen. I want to say the White Queen, but I know it's like the Frost Queen. I said I will brain fart on names. It's been a while since I've tapped into comics, but I know most of these people. We saw Dazzler. We saw who I am assuming was Adam Warlock. The lady next to Adam Warlock, I'm not 100% clear on. Short hair, had like an Irish accent. She's got to be somebody important, but I can't remember everybody. We saw multiple, man, like tons of mutants in Genosha. We were partying and celebrating. The choice Rogue made pissed me off so much, but none of that even matters now. Like the whole first part of the episode was Jean Grey and Cyclops fighting. Then Jean Grey makes out with Wolverine, and Wolverine's like, yo, this ain't what's supposed to be happening right now. Then we have Rogue make the choice of telling Gambit, yeah, I don't want to be with you anymore because you can't touch me. And Magneto has this plan of me being the Queen of Genosha. And then she comes dancing in and makes out with him in front of everybody. Talk about a stab to the heart if you are Gambit. Like, this girl was just your girlfriend, so to speak. And then she's like, sorry, but I can't touch you. I'm gonna go be with Magneto. And then she flies into what sounded like the music of Ace of Base and then dances around in front of everybody and then makes out with him. And then she's like, yeah, you know what? Gambit was right. I don't give a shit. You should have known that already. You shouldn't have had to waltz in and make out with him in front of thousands of people to realize you want to really be with Gambit. Like, that is such a slap in the face. But then, like I said, none of it matters because Jean Grey has like a psychic connection, sees all this devastation, and the whole freaking world ends. Magneto tries to protect everybody. He did protect Rogue and Gambit, but then Rogue crazily flies to the freaking Godzilla Sentinel. I mean, that's pissing me off too. Rogue has made a lot of shitty choices in this. Rogue does everything with Magneto, and then Magneto basically sacrificed himself to save her life. And seconds after he gives his life to save her, she recklessly flies to the Sentinel, and Gambit had to recklessly give his life to save her. Now, it also did work and save all of Genosha. What a crazy power. I know he could radiate energy through things, but I didn't expect that. He gets stabbed in the chest, like in the kidneys or the liver or whatever the hell, some vital organ, and then he just radiates power through the entire Godzilla Sentinel and blows the whole friggin' thing up. He's dead. We see at the end there, the last scene we see is Rogue saying, I can't feel you. And he's dead. I'm assuming lots of people are dead. I'm assuming we're going to have to go back in time with Cable because Cable legitimately said, I'm too late. I didn't go far enough. He said something along those lines. So we're going to have to figure out, or at some point Cable's going to come into the future, or very soon probably come back and be like, I need a group of you to come back with me, and we need technology where we could go in the past and warn everybody or change something or fix it. It's got to be Trask, or I can't remember the other name right now, but there's definitely people involved in the Sentinel project that are doing this because we saw a giant three-headed Sentinel. But crazy episode. They have great music. It is extremely dark and like R-rated, so to speak. I know it's got blood and stuff like that. It's probably not R-rated, but this is like some dark, sinister shit. We just saw tons of people die, and it ends with Rogue hysterical because Gambit is dead, which is another reason why, I mean, I know she figured it out, but I'm like, oh, now you give a shit, right? Now you fucking care. Either way, I'm going to go edit this up. You guys let me know what you think. In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full, as far ahead as humanly possible. Seasons ahead on Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. We're also finishing Shogun, Delicious in Dungeon, Fallout, and Chucky Season 3 start today and tomorrow. Jackie Chan movies every month, thousands of other movies and shows in the description, full unedited everything. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.